Chelsea 1-3 Brighton. 7 things we noticed as Chelsea lose again. Football is a cruel game. One week, hope is high. The next, it feels like the sky has fallen. And right now, if you're a Chelsea fan, it feels like we're in free fall. Enzo Maresca's men went into this game desperate to bounce back. After the humiliation against Manchester United and the painful Champions League beating from Bayern Munich, Chelsea needed a statement win at home. For 45 minutes, we got exactly that. Energy, pressing, slick passing, and a real sense of fight. But then, like a horror movie on repeat, the same script unfolded. A moment of madness, another red card, another collapse. From 1-0 up and in control, Chelsea fell apart. Brighton smelt blood, took their chances, and left Stamford Bridge with a 3-1 win. That's now back-to-back defeats for Chelsea, back-to-back red cards, and a growing feeling that this season is slipping away before it's even started. Let's dive into the 7 biggest things we noticed from this game. 1. A good first-half performance destroyed by a red card. For the first time in weeks, Chelsea looked like a proper football team in the first half. After the embarrassing performance at Old Trafford and the humbling defeat to Bayern Munich, fans feared the worst. But instead, Chelsea came out sharp. We pressed high, moved the ball quickly, and Brighton couldn't get a foothold. We created big chances, we suffocated their midfield, and Stamford Bridge felt alive again. Enzo Fernandez gave Chelsea the lead with a well-taken finish after brilliant work from Reece James down the right. The crowd erupted. For the first time in a while, there was belief. But then came the nightmare. In the second half, Andre Santos lost the ball cheaply in midfield, Brighton pounced, Diego Gomez raced through, and Chalobah dragged him down. Red card. Just like that, the whole game flipped. Chelsea, down to 10 men for the second match in a row, simply couldn't cope. Brighton smelled blood, turned up the tempo, and ripped us apart. From total control to total chaos, one mistake, one red card, and Chelsea were finished. Injury crisis hitting hard. If the red card wasn't bad enough, the injury list is beginning to look like a horror show. Chelsea are cursed right now. Levi Colwill's ACL injury already ripped a hole in our defense. As if that wasn't painful enough, Maresca confirmed Tosin Adebayo and Wesley Fofana have now joined him on the sidelines. Tosin with a calf problem, Fofana has a concussion after that bizarre collision with our own keeper Jorgensen in the Carabao Cup. With those 3 out, Maresca had no choice but to start teenager Joral Hato at center back. And let's be honest, it showed. Brighton's attackers targeted him all game, and Chelsea's defensive shape fell apart once we were a man down. Injuries aren't an excuse, but right now, they're making a bad situation even worse. 3-man midfield works until it doesn't. Maresca made a bold tactical call. For the first time this season, he rolled out a 4-3-3 midfield with Moises Caicedo, Andre Santos, and Enzo Fernandez together. And guess what? It worked. At least at first. Brighton are normally possession kings, but in the first half, they sat deep, soaking up pressure because Chelsea's midfield completely bossed it. Caicedo broke up play, Enzo pulled the strings, Santos carried the ball forward. For 45 minutes, it looked balanced. But football is about moments, and Santos had a nightmare. His sloppy giveaway in midfield led directly to Chalobah's red card. From then on, the whole midfield collapsed. Brighton overran us, and the game plan went out the window. So yes, the 4-3-3 showed promise, but until Chelsea stops shooting themselves in the foot, no system will survive. Enzo Fernandez keeps scoring. Let's give credit where it's due. Enzo Fernandez is developing a real knack for scoring goals. I've said before that Enzo doesn't control a midfield like a Rodri, Pedri, or Vitinha. He's not dictating tempo or dominating possession, but what he is doing is popping up with vital goals. Against Brighton, it was another classy finish. Reece James whipped in a beauty of a cross, and Enzo was there, timing his run perfectly, smashing the ball home. Stamford Bridge roared, but once again, it wasn't enough. 10 men for 45 minutes is too much for any team. Enzo's goals are a positive, but Chelsea can't keep relying on him to paper over the cracks. Reece James is still the best right back in the league. Ah, how we've missed him. Reece James has been battling injuries for over 3 years. He hasn't managed a full season since 2022, and every time he comes back, Chelsea fans pray he can stay fit. Because when he is fit, he changes everything. Against Brighton, James reminded everyone why he's the best right back in the Premier League. Strong in defense, dangerous in attack, and a leader on the pitch. His cross for Enzo's goal was perfect, a classic Reece James delivery. If Chelsea are going to salvage the season, Reece James needs to stay healthy. That's non-negotiable. Chelsea are in self-destruct mode. This is the most frustrating part. Chelsea aren't just being beaten, they're beating themselves. Let's rewind. Against Brentford, it was Garnacho's defensive nap that cost us late. Against Bayern, Chalobah scored an own goal, Caicedo gave away a penalty, and Malo Gusto bizarrely assisted Harry Kane. Against Manchester United, Sanchez saw red after just 5 minutes, Maresca panicked with subs, and the defense collapsed. Against Lincoln in the Carabao Cup, Enzo Fernandez gave away a reckless pass, and Chalobah had another nightmare. And now, against Brighton, Santos lost the ball, and Chalobah dragged his man down. It's chaos. Every single week, Chelsea are gifting opponents goals. This isn't bad luck, this is pure self-destruction. Until the players cut out the brain-dead mistakes, nothing will change. The title race is over. Let's be brutally honest. Chelsea are out of the title race. Even the most optimistic fan knows you can't win the Premier League with this level of chaos. 4 straight games of individual errors, red cards, and defensive disasters. A team that can't defend, can't keep 11 men on the pitch, and can't handle pressure. Yes, there's still time to fight for top 4. Yes, there's talent in this squad. But talk of the title, it's finished. Gone. Over. Chelsea 1-3 Brighton wasn't just another defeat. It was a symptom of deeper problems. Injuries, indiscipline, poor decision-making, and a team that doesn't seem to learn from its mistakes. The first half gave us hope, the second half gave us heartbreak. That's the story of Chelsea right now. Moments of promise drowned by self-inflicted disaster. Enzo Maresca is under pressure. Fans are running out of patience. And unless something changes fast, this season could spiral out of control. Chelsea aren't just losing games, they're losing themselves.